We're going to move on now to our interview with PTXC editor Dan Beck. Welcome here, man. Appreciate you being here with us. How are you doing?
Great. Thanks for having me, guys.
Now, we'll get right into it. What has been the single most impressive performance this season so far for you in Pennsylvania?
Well, we only had 1 week of action.
Oh, I think we lost Dan Beck for a moment.
A 1741.
Oh, we can hear you.
We
lost
got you
for
now.
a second.
Am I good? Am I back?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right,
go
sorry
ahead.
about that. No, for me, the top performance of the week in Pennsylvania had to have been the 1741 by freshman Lauren Trapani out of Warrior Run. First career high school race, and just shocked everyone and dropped a real fast time at Lock Haven over the weekend.
How likely is she to continue with like a race like that, or will she improve upon that? I mean, because that's a debut race from a freshman girl. So, like, how likely is it for her to maybe even raise the bar now?
Well, we had some strong runners in Pennsylvania last year, and no one ran that fast all last year, let alone week one. So to see that right out of the gates is really impressive. Now, Lock Haven, it is a really flat course. It's one of the faster courses that we have in Pennsylvania. But it was pouring rain when she ran that too, so it's worth noting that. So, will we see a time faster than that? I don't know if we'll see something faster than that maybe until later in the season, just based on a lot of the courses are pretty hilly here in Pennsylvania. But I think that she's put herself squarely on not only the state radar but the national radar with that performance.
Some pretty historically strong teams in Pennsylvania. Who's the team to beat, both the boys and the girls? You have one or two that really are the ones that we're going to watch out for this year?
So on the girls' side, I really like Oakland Catholic out of District 7, which is out near Pittsburgh. They lost their top runner from last year, and they were kind of my favorite all year heading into the state meet, and ended up stumbling, got second at the state meet. But it's a motivated group. They competed last weekend at a meet up in Erie McDowell, and they took home the win there, real packed it in, took spots 4 through 9. I think it was kind of more of a team effort for them. That was kind of the goal. So they'll be definitely the top girls team to watch in the state this year. And then on the boys side, I really like Council Rock North. Last year they won the AAA state title in Pennsylvania. They returned 5. Got a little bit of depth issues, but they're always kind of a historically good program that tends to develop those top end JV guys to be real solid varsity guys the next year. So I'm definitely looking to Council Rock North to be an NXN contender, at least to qualify.
Well, let's be real about NXN. Who out of Pennsylvania is getting to NXN? I mean, CVA on the boys' side has been there the last 7 years, so there's really might be one shot or one open bid there for a PA team on the boys' side. And what about the girls? I mean, do we have a lock either fields?
I don't see us having a lock right now. On paper, right now, I'd say all PA teams are kind of on the outside looking in of an NXN bid. But I think that these teams, they're teams that have are teams that are on the rise. They're not teams that typically stumble down the stretch or anything like that. They know how to peak. So I think, the team I mentioned on the girls' side, Oakland Catholic, they'll be in the mix, and Council Rock North will be in the mix. They were 3rd last year at NXN Northeast. I personally thought that they deserved an at-large bid. They didn't get it. But I think they have some really strong front runners. They're led by Ryan Campbell, who very well could win Pennsylvania state meet. So definitely look for Council Rock North to kind of be, possibly looking for an upset, get that top 2.
So you probably have the best meet of the weekend, PTXC 9, heading over to Kutztown University, my alma mater. But you got Loudoun Valley, the #1 team in Flow 50 rankings on the boys' side. And what should we expect to see out of Loudoun Valley? Are they pretty much going to go dominate over all the competition there across 6 states? You got teams from 6 states coming to PTXC 9.
I mean, I think Loudoun Valley, they're definitely the overwhelming team favorites. I don't see a team in there that can that's really going to be able to challenge them. But we have a lot of really strong individuals who might not come from the best teams, but really strong individuals that should butt heads, I think, with some of the top Loudoun Valley runners. So it's going to be pretty interesting.
What do you think we can expect to learn from competition at PTXC 9? I mean, among the other competition, you do have Council Rock North. I don't think Oakland Catholic is there, but you have Pencrest there. You have a lot of great teams there. So what can we expect to learn from the meet?
So last year, PTXC served as like the 5K debut of the Affolter brothers with Noah and Sam Affolter. And on a really hot day, it was kind of like our first look at what Noah would look like as part of Carlisle, that new team, that adjustment period. So it was very interesting to see how he was able to sort of handle all of that and the pressure that comes along with it. So we're sort of going to see that similarly with Sam Affolter this year, as a big transfer to Loudoun Valley. So it's it's still early in the season for these teams. So as far as times, I don't really know what to expect. Weather looks pretty good. The course, should be fairly fast.
Oh, Danny, you still there?
Again.
As far as takeaways,
Okay.
it's hard to gauge so early on in the season.
Yeah.
But definitely interested to see how the Loudoun Valley guys go.
So one of the last things, you made a case for Clara Savchak last week on the show as entering the national rankings. Who from Pennsylvania is going to make a case for being in the national rankings individually this year?
So I'm going to stand by Savchak, but we'll go with someone else here. I really like two PA guys, Rusty Kudich, who we'll see this weekend going up against Sam Affolter and those Loudoun Valley boys. A guy that might not be on everyone's national radar, but someone that is a super tough, gutsy runner. And I think you're going to see he always likes to go out with the leaders. So it's going to be interesting to see how he stacks up with Loudoun Valley, and I think he could surprise some people. Another guy is Noah Beveridge out of Butler High School in District 7 out near Pittsburgh. Opened up with a big 15:27 this weekend at McDowell for the win, a convincing win for him. He was 5th last year in PA, always sort of hits his stride at the end of the year. So he's definitely one guy that I think by the end of the year we'll see in the top your national rankings.
All right, Dan, thank you so much for being on our show. You're doing good things out there in Pennsylvania. Have fun at your meet this weekend, and we'll hear from you soon, okay?
Will do. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, take care, man.